Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Please stay tuned as I walk you through on some of the folder tricks in your computer that you may not have known. Let's get started. Your folder helps you to organize the files in your computer. Knowing how to create your folder and organize it is very important. To create a folder, you can simply right-click on any empty space of your desktop, then select New, then Folder. A new folder has been created for you. You can also create a folder by using a keyboard shortcut by pressing Ctrl-Shift-N. You can see I have simply created another folder. Now, to rename these folders that we have created, you can simply right-click on the folder, then select Rename. Let's say I give it the name Okimo Sunday. I'll simply rename this folder. Let's see how to create a subfolder in our computer. Remember, a subfolder is a folder that is contained in another folder. Take for instance this folder named Okimo Sunday. I can just double click on it. Having opened the folder, I can just right click inside the folder, select New, then Folder. I've simply created a subfolder in this Okimo Sunday folder. You can see the folder. Now, let's see how we can organize our folder. Knowing how to organize your folder is very important. By default, your computer comes with default folder directory. You can see your desktop folder directory, document, download, music, picture, video. By this, it tells you that if you want to save things like document, you can save it under a document folder. Things like music, they can be under your music folder. Things like picture, you can as well save it under a picture folder. Also, things like videos, you can leave it under your video folder. Now, if there's any download from the internet, you can as well leave it under the download folder. And by this, you can know exactly where you are saving your document or any file that you create in your computer. So knowing this default folder directory can as well help you to organize your folder. Added to that, when you want to organize your folder on your computer, ensure that you give it a name that is relative to whatever you are using it for. Take for instance this folder that is created. You can rename it Books, knowing fully well that whatever I want to save in this folder is going to contain an ebook. So by this now, anytime I have an ebook, I can just simply put it under this folder called Books. You also have another folder that is named Travel. Whatever you are putting in that folder should be things pertaining to travel. So anytime you are giving a name to your folder, it should be relative to whatever you are going to use that folder for. Okay, let's see how to cut, copy and move a folder. For instance, if you want to cut this folder, it means you are going to remove it completely from where it is. Now to do that, you right click on the folder, click on Cut, then paste it wherever you want to paste it. I want to paste it under this Okimo Sunday folder. By this, I have already cut that folder and you are no longer seeing that folder in this very place, in where it was before now. Now, you can as well copy a folder or any file into another folder. To do that, you are simply getting a duplicate of that folder into another folder. For instance, if I want to copy this folder, I will simply right click on that folder, click on copy. Now right click on this folder, then you can paste it inside this folder. You can see if I double click on this folder, you will see I've actually pasted it on that folder. Now another thing worth noting is moving a folder into another folder. Let me for instance create another folder. Having created this folder, let's say Okisman. To move this folder, I can just click, hold and drag it into this folder. You can see by this I have simply moved the folder into another folder, and you are not seeing that folder that I have actually moved. Another thing we need to also take note of is how to get the path of a folder. Knowing the path of a folder is very important. That tells you the location where that folder is on your computer. To do that, you can simply right click on that folder, then select property. On the property details, you will see location. By this, you will understand that your folder is saved on the desktop of your C drive. You can see the file path of that particular folder. So this tells you exactly the location or the file path of this, or the folder path of this particular folder. So by this you already know where your folder is located. Another thing I want us to look at is how to change the folder icon in your computer. Take for instance, if I create another folder, of course you always see a folder with this yellow stuff or yellow icon, but you can still change it to any other kind of icon you wish to have on this folder. Now first of all, let me rename this folder. You already know how to rename a folder by right clicking on that folder, select rename. Let me say I give it the name church. I like to go to church. I don't know about you, that's why I'm giving it this name church. Okay, to change the folder icon, right click on that folder, then select property, then go to customize. You will see change folder icon. By this you click on it, just okay. You can see all these are different icons you can select to change the one we have already. You can see this. Any one you select, it will just simply replace that. Let me select this particular one, then OK it, apply. Then by clicking apply, you can see the folder icon has already changed. You can OK it. So that's a simple way to change your folder icon. Another thing we also need to take note of is how to save a file into a folder. Now take for instance that I create a document from my MS Word. You can just click on save. Now to locate that particular folder, you click on browse. Remember when we showed the folder part of this particular of our folder? Now it showed us that it is saved on the desktop. Now I'll just click on the desktop from here, then you will see that particular folder we want to work on. Let me choose church. just double click on the church, it will open, and you give it whatever be the file name. Let me still repeat: church attendance. Then you say save, and by this I have actually saved a file into this church folder. If you double click on it, you see the church file, and that is a simple way to save a file into a folder. Now let's assume you want to select all the folders on this desktop. You can simply do that by either clicking on your Ctrl A on the desktop. Everything is selected, but let's say you want to select just few of them. All you just need to do is click on the first one, let's say this church, then hold your Ctrl key, then select one after the other. You can see how I am selecting and even selecting more and more. You can see that. Now you can also select other ones that are in the same line or the same row by just clicking that particular folder and hold the shift. You can see I've selected these ones in a row. That's how you can simply do that. Now I want us to still look at a way to convert our folder into a zip folder. For instance, this particular one where we have Okimo Sunday. If you want to zip this folder, all you just need to do is to right click on this folder, then select send to, then select compressed in parentheses zipped folder, then you click on it. By this I have zipped this Okimo Sunday folder. You can see the zipped folder of this particular one, and that's a simple way to zip your folder. Now another thing I want us to look at is how to hide and show a folder. A simple way to hide and show your folder on the computer is, first of all, let's create a folder and give it a name. Let's say we have it as Okisman2. I've created this folder. Then right click on this folder, select property, then click on hidden, then click apply, then you OK it. By this, that Okisman2 folder has disappeared. Now how do we show this folder that is hidden in our system? To show this hidden folder back on our system, what you just need to do is to hit your window key on the keyboard and select press E. Your file explorer is open. Then go straight to view and select options. You see change folder and search options. Then go straight to view, then click on show hidden files, folder and drives, then apply and OK it. If you go back to your desktop, you will see that folder has showed. One more thing to do is to still right click on that folder, select property, then uncheck this hidden, click apply. You see that this folder is showing again on our system. Another thing we also need to know is how to restrict access to a folder. In order to restrict access to this folder, and a simple way to do that is to right click on that particular folder. In this case, this folder Okisman2, right click on it, select properties, then security, select administrators, then edit, select administrators again, then click here for permission for administrators, click apply, say yes, then okay it. Now when you come to click on this particular folder, you can see you don't have permission to access this folder. Click continue to permanently get access to this folder. You can click continue. No matter how you click continue, it will just be looking at you like that. So you can see a simple way to restrict access to your folder. I believe with these tricks you can easily manipulate the folders of your computer. Please don't forget to like, share and subscribe if you have not subscribed to my channel, so that you can get notification on when I upload videos. Thank you. Bye bye.